So first of all, can you tell us how you got into this whole dating kind of scene and what you actually would call yourself if you were introducing yourself to someone?
Introducing myself to someone female, I'd probably say dating coach or like relationship coach. To a guy, I'd probably say either dating coach or maybe pickup artist. Just, shade it one way or the other.
Interesting.
But I got into this when I was 18. I basically had never had a girlfriend, had been kissed once in my life, and I was really successful at a lot of other things, but I was just not good with girls. I didn't know what I was doing, and I realized there's an area of my life that needed to get fixed. So I was in college at the time, and I started just going out and talking to every single girl that I could on my campus, and just learning the hardest possible way, getting lots of rejections, occasional success, and that was 14 years ago. So
Right. Wow. So you've been doing it ever since?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. And when you say to someone that you're a pickup artist, how does that go down? What's the reaction like?
I think that it has sort of like a sort of like dark connotation, and that's actually why when I say it to someone, why I do choose like pickup artists instead of dating, because sometimes I want to be a little shocking.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely not politically correct to say it that way, to say the least.
One of your kind of theories or methods is to attract women is by supercharging a personality. What does that mean?
Well, the idea, I guess, is that whatever you are, you want to be the best of what you are. If you're a intellectual guy, be the best intellectual guy. Or if you're like a rocker type, be the best rocker type. If you're a bad boy, be the best of the bad boy type. Don't try and cater to everyone. Be yourself, like, absolutely. And don't try and also like censor and say what you think the girl wants to hear. Because what's going to come off then is that you're micromanaging and being manipulative and trying to have an agenda. Instead, just be yourself fully and trust that you are enough and that whatever you say is going to be right for the girl. And if it's not, then that's not the right girl for you. You're not meant to be attractive to everybody, but what you should be is as attractive as possible to the type of girl that will be attracted to you as a type.
So if you just had one golden piece of advice to give to a guy, what would it be? Or do you have one piece of advice?
It's hard. I get asked that a lot, but the biggest thing that most guys don't do is they don't take action and give themselves a chance to succeed. So either they'll sit at home and not go out. That's number one problem. Number two, they go out and don't talk to a girl. And then number three would be they talk to a girl, but they never actually make the conversation like a man-to-woman interaction. They make it sort of like chit-chat about like the weather or sports or the bar or whatever. Exactly, but they never say, hey, look, you're interesting, I'd like to get to know you. Right? Or, in a more or less direct version of that.
Okay.
And on the flip side, I guess, what's a absolute no-go? Like, just don't talk about that, don't do that.
It's funny because we've had situations where we've tried to overtly fail. Like we've done things we think would never ever work.
and they did.
And a lot of times they do work.
Really?
Because when you're doing them without an agenda, when you're doing it just to have fun or to amuse yourself or because it's fascinating to you, what people are responding to usually isn't what you're saying, but like your body language, your tonality, whether you seem to have a good time. So a lot of times you will succeed in spite of yourself when you try and fail. But that said, you don't want to be extremely negative. You don't want to be extremely needy. You want to kind of be, we call it like sort of having an abundant life and then sharing your life with whoever you're with, so that you're like offering your value and your personality instead of trying to like leech off them and make sure like, what you don't want to do as a guy is go up and be the guy that says, hey, I have nothing to say to you and I don't really know, can you just tell me about yourself? And,
I think you're really pretty.
Exactly. You don't want to put the girl on the spot.
Sure.
It's very hard for her.